In The Importance of Being Earnest, Oscar Wilde created one of the most nearly perfect plays ever written. It's a drawing room comedy and a farce, laced with brilliantly sparkling language and with surprisingly serious, or earnest, critiques of the Victorian society and of humanity at any time and place. In its first few minutes, the witty dialogue offers an analysis of the distinction between life and art, and a discussion of the consumption of champagne leads to a critique of the institution of marriage. With this script in hand, Insight Theatre Company is causing much laughter to ring out in the Grandel Theatre these days, and crowds of people to leave the hall with a deeply satisfying feeling of joy. The evening flows easily and smoothly because the company obviously has worked long and hard to make it look easy and smooth. As the French actor responded when asked on his deathbed if the passing was difficult, "Dying is easy, comedy is hard." Director Ed Reggie has guided this process with sensitivity to the right combination of artifice and reality, and to the rhythms and musicality of Wilde's cascading wit. With the help of dialect consultant Jeff Cummings, the cast make their speaking of the Queen's English both consistent and clear. Pete Winfrey and Will Bonfiglio play the two young men engaged in the eternal pursuit of love and marriage. Winfrey is the more earnest Jack, Earnest in the city, Jack in the country. Bonfiglio is the relaxed and epigrammatic Algernon. As Gwendolyn, Jack's young lady, Gwen Wotawa grows increasingly demonstrative with Jack and sneakily disobedient to her mother. Julia Crump contrasts nicely as the fresh, imaginative, and also quick-witted country girl Cecily, Jack's ward. Tom Murray honorably extends the line of males playing the imperious Lady Bracknell. Costumed amply in every sense by designer Laura Hansen, Murray convinces in voice and bearing, but not so much so that we cannot admire what a good job he is doing, making his own comment in concert with Lady Bracknell's unique views on the proper roles of men and of women. As Cecily's tutor, Ruth Ezell expresses with admirable forthrightness Miss Prism's settled opinions on the proper curricular material, never weakening in her commitment to the conventional. I am delighted to see Steve Springmeyer returning to the stage as the Reverend Canon Dr. Chasuble, finely tuned to Wilde's sympathetic and dryly humorous observations of the man. In supporting roles, Spencer Cruz supports well, first with the quick-witted and always proper responses of Algernon's venerable manservant Lane, and then as Jack's much younger country house servant Merriman, swiftly recovering from each bewildering event as it unfolds there. Lucas Shryock's set surprised me at first with its dull, done look, but it certainly did not rival the brilliance either of Wilde's language or of Hansen's costumes for the women. And when we moved to the garden of Jack's country house, I realized that it also worked all right for that place, though it did not solve all the problems encountered by stage manager Sarah Eaton and her efficient crew in trying to make quick changes between scenes. Tony Anselmo's design lights the stage brightly and unobtrusively, and sound designer James Blanton chose the period-appropriate late romantics for entr'acte music. I earnestly wish all theater were as delightful.
Well, I earnestly agree.
Oh, good. Thank you.